Hello and welcome back. This is Greg French. Today we're going to look at Chapter 3, Part 2 of our 8+ Computer Repair Series. Again, PC Repair Fundamentals. Post-diagnostic cards. Post-diagnostic cards are used normally by bench technicians, report computer errors and conflicts, normally at post. We're going to be talking a little bit more about post, power on self-test, how to use a post-diagnostics card, installing a card and expansion slot on the motherboard. You can boot the system and you'll see errors on an LED. Then these errors can be looked up in a book that determines what the error codes are. Examples of post-diagnostic cards, PC error testing debug. Cards are made by several different manufacturers. Some of the best places to find them on are eBay. Otherwise you can pay too much for them, but eBay has a pretty good selection and the costs are pretty reasonable. Postcard, there's several manufacturers. Let me see if there's an example. Here's an example of one. This postcard by MSD Incorporated. Again, you can see up here, this is where the LED is. This is where the code would be displayed. And then here's the connector that would be pushed down into a motherboard. Personal computer preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance reduces problems. You need to have a good preventive maintenance plan. It will extend the life of the computers if you follow it. Goals of preventive maintenance plans: prevent failures, reduce repair costs, and reduce downtimes. Goal of disaster recovery plan is to manage your failures. You will have failures. You do need some kind of disaster recovery plan in order to be recovering easily from these failures. Failures can cost a lot of time and money, but if you have a good plan in place, you should be able to recover from any disaster fairly quickly. Some causes of PC failures: heat, dust, spills, and viruses. Your heat and dust are big, and so are the viruses. Spills could be accidents from workers or other sources. I've seen people set up servers in a room where they have a sprinkler head for a fire, and oftentimes the room gets hot, and it's likely that that sprinkler head could go off. When a PC is your permanent responsibility, important tasks and procedures: keep good backups of data and system files. You need to backup. If you don't back up, you lose the data. First time I went to restore on a server, my backup didn't work. Luckily, I had a second backup and it did work. But that scared me so bad. Now, when I do my backups, I have 5 backups. I back up Monday through Friday, so I have 5 complete backups. Then I replace those backup tapes periodically too, and check them to see if they work. Document all setup changes, problems, and solutions. Protect the system against viruses and other attacks. Viruses are still a big problem and will continue to be. Always use a firewall. I love Zone Alarm. It's a little nagging, but once you get used to it, you'll find it does a very good job protecting your hardware. Microsoft didn't come out with a firewall for a long time. It was until Service Pack 2 of XP. So Zone Alarm is something I've been using for quite a while. Install and run antivirus software. I love AVG. You can get a free version, basic version. It updates daily, works very well. It's equivalent to McAfee or Norton, and I think better. Keep Windows updates current. Make sure you are keeping Windows current with all the security patches. Physically protect your equipment. If you have a server, it should be in a locked room. If it's not, it could be easily compromised. Here's an example of McAfee. When you set up your antivirus program, you need to make sure it daily updates itself and daily performs a scan on your system. Preventive maintenance plan. Plan based on history or pattern of malfunctions. Example: PC in a dusty area will need more maintenance. Dust is a killer. It builds up on components and creates a heat blanket, and components will cook themselves to death. Goals common to maintenance plans: extend the working life of a PC. Anticipate problems that could disrupt service. Ensure data is secure and backed up. Basic steps involved in designing the plan. Define your overall goals and incorporate procedures for achieving those goals. Can't overemphasize the need to back up data. Dealing with dust. Dust accumulates in layers over components. Two major problems due to heat dust or these dust blankets that build up. PC components directly overheat. Cooling fans jam, also resulting in overheating. Maintenance tasks. Remove that layer of dust. Two tools used to remove dust: anti-static vacuums and compressed air. If you're going to use a vacuum, make sure it's a small portable and it's designed for around PCs. If you use a regular house vacuum, the static that builds up will destroy the components on your computer. Do not do that. Compressed air can be used, but be careful where you blow that dust. You don't want to blow it into CD-ROMs or other devices where it could become a bigger problem. Preparing a computer for shipping. Some adverse factors to consider: rough handling, exposure to water, heat, and cold, misplacement or theft of the computer. Some shipping guidelines to follow: back up the hard drive onto a backup medium and ship it separately. Remove inserted disks, tapes, cartridge, CDs. Coil and secure all external cords. Separately wrap hardware components. Purchase insurance on the shipment. Disposing of used equipment. Various guidelines for disposing of equipment. Manufacturer has guidelines and documentation. Local environment regulations need to be adhered to. Danger imposed by monitors and power supplies. There's residual charges that are built up in some of the monitors. Normally this will dissipate, but if the resistors are broken or if those components that discharge are broken, these devices can cause major shock. Modern device discharge if unplugged for 60 minutes, but again, if those devices are broken, they might not discharge. Older devices may require discharge with some kind of a probe. Destroy secondary storage devices with sensitive data. Hard drives need to be physically destroyed. Here's a chart showing computer parts and how to dispose of them, from alkaline batteries to lithium batteries. It's a pretty good little chart. It's in the book. In the review, diagnostic cards, normally used as a bench device for bench technicians to possibly determine a component or something, information they can send back to the manufacturer. Preventive maintenance plans. If you don't have one, you need to develop one. Dust. Dust is a killer. Need to make sure we remove it periodically. And disposing of the hardware. Make sure it's properly disposed of. A lot of components can't be put in the trash, but some can. Make sure you know which ones can and which ones can't. Activities. I want you to create a preventive maintenance plan. I want you to discuss it. I want you to team up and create one, discuss it, and then I want you to present it. Also, lab 3.2, I want you to take a computer apart and put it back together again. Great experience. It'll take probably a couple hours, but it's a worthwhile experience. That's it for this Chapter 3, Part 2. Next, we'll have Chapter 3, Part 3. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.